Well, this is a special edition, if you like, of The Bench with Jenna and Jon. This week, I'm delighted to say we have a special guest. Our special guest is Leigh, fan favourite, Micky Higham. Micky, it's a pleasure having you on our podcast. I know recent times have been pretty horrid. How are you holding up?
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure to be on. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been challenging, tough times. But I've said, I think being a rugby player over the years, having tough challenges in sport and in life, I think it's kind of stabbed me in good stead at the moment. So, but yeah, it's bits and bats are going on, but I'm just trying to keep it positive, take each day as it comes, so to speak, and whatever challenge comes, I'll meet it head on and do it what I need to do.
Yeah, take us right back to the start then, Micky. So it was a cancer diagnosis back in 2022, November 22, is that right?
Yeah, it was, yeah. I was just doing a little bit of weights at the gym, as you know.
Yeah, because you own a gym or run a gym?
Yeah, I've got a gym around the corner, yeah, and I think I've just been doing a bit of work and doing a bit of weights at the end, and for some reason just had a bit of a prodder in the chest and I felt a bit of a lump. Obviously that was 2 years ago, and again, lads, men being men, it's all right, it's only a bit of a lump. I just kind of thought nothing of it. And then kind of left it a few weeks. And as you know, when you just got a bit of lump or something, I'm a bit of a prodder and a presser, so I'm kind of feeling it. It's gone a bit bigger. Kate, my wife, she said, just go and get it checked out.
From the moment you found it to the point that you felt it get bigger, how long was that?
It was a good few weeks, to be honest.
So it took you a few weeks?
Yeah, it was 2 or 3 weeks. I weren't in pain. It weren't really bothering me. It was just annoying that I knew it with her. So reluctantly, I just went to the doctors to see Greg, my doctor. He's the Warrington doctor, Greg, but he's got his practice in Leigh. So good fella. I just text him. I don't do all that GP stuff online, waiting 3 hours. I said, Doc, can I come in, pal? I've got a lump. Just come in. He goes, come on, hurry up.
That's one of the best things about a rugby career, isn't it? It's just constant medical attention.
Yeah.
Just doctor, physio.
I've just got Doc Greg there, you know what I mean? Speed dial 3. So, so I went into Doc, and basically Doc said probably what I thought originally, just a bit of a fatty lump. He said probably some impact from rugby. You've had a bit of a knock. He said, so we almost left that, and he just asked me one question just before I left, literally, as I was getting my jacket. He went, does it wake you up in the night or anything? I said, you know what, now and again it just aches a little bit at night. And he went, right, I'm going to send you for an ultrasound just in case.
Right.
So anyway, I'm so glad he sent me for the ultrasound, because that was the first time that they'd found the melanoma in which I thought was in my chest, but it was in my lymph node and in my armpit. So, I went to St Helens and Western Hospital. Obviously, Christy was overseeing it all, and I got that removed. I had all my lymph nodes removed in this side, and they got rid of it. It was cancer-free on that, and then...
So when was that? When were you...
That was obviously the November into the... I think I had it removed in the January time. They were so good. November, they moved me on. They was brilliant.
So it's that quick?
Yeah, it was that quick. They said, listen, you go in here, we need to do that. And they got it done, and they were so good. They were brilliant.
Can I ask a question about melanoma, because most people assume that it's skin cancer. So can you explain a little bit a bit more about what melanoma is? You said you found it kind of in your chest.
Well, yeah, obviously, like you said, the melanoma does originally, it stems from skin cancer. But what the specialist said also, he said sometimes you don't always find the original, the source where it comes from. There is the cases like yours where you don't find it. So, sometimes it might be like if people have got like a mole and it gets exposed to the sun, or like sometimes you get patches from sitting out in the heat or whatever in the sun. And I had no signs of that. So somewhere must have got it. We don't know where. But then it can travel to your, to muscular and lymph areas, and that's what mine did. And fortunately, it was only in the one lymph, the main lymph under my armpit, but they took it out, and then 2 years later from that, it was all clear.
So you were in remission. Yep. So you were given the all clear, and then this year, what happened?
Well, again, as you do when you stop playing, you start to fall to pieces, don't you, as a rugby player?
Big time.
It's like operation after operation, and what it was, I've been struggling with a big toe for a few years. I had arthritis in my big toe, and the pain was getting to me. So anyway, I managed to get it in and get it fused. So when you have operation, you wear them daft shoes, the black shoe with the strap on. It's like the Velcro straps that go over, so I was walking funny on it. Then after about a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, I just got like an ache in my leg, and I was like, oh, it must be because I'm overcompensating. I'm walking on my good side. So kind of again, just doing what you do, because it's like you crack on it. I just thought I'd be all right. It's just a bit overuse on my right leg, and I was just driving the car one day, and I was like, I'm going to pull over it. It was killing me. So again, just kind of like stretched it off. I think I just got back into a shoe, so I still weren't walking right, and left it a few more weeks, and then just for some reason I've just felt my buttock, my right glute, and I had a bit of a lump in my glute. So I just thought it must be a bit of a knot. You know, like from putting all my weight on one side, I thought, oh, I've got a bit of a knot in my bum. So left that, again, doing what you do. I left it a week or two, and I just had a prod again, and it felt like a golf ball. And I thought, this is not a knot. So
did you at that point, Micky, was your like with
Worst
what had happened in 2022? You that's where your mind went instantly.
Yeah. I'd like to think I'm quite a positive person, mate. I've always been like a positive attitude, but this time I thought, oh God, I hope it's not.
Yeah.
I hope it's not come back again here. But I think but looking back now, I think part of me knew probably it had come back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was something
Had
there.
you shared, your wife's Kate, right?
Yeah, Kate,
Had you shared it with Kate, or did you keep that from her?
First couple of weeks I didn't mention it, but then I just said, listen, I've got a pain in me, and then I said, will you just check this lump for me, see what you think? So again, Kate being Kate, and women being women, they seem to, you know what you like. You get something, and you're a lot better. You're a lot better at springing into action again. It don't you listen, get in now, please. So this time I did go in pretty soon. You know what I mean? And so I got I think they ultrasound me again. But ultrasound me again anyway. The results come back. The melanoma spread into your glute, and it was quite a big lump, and it was growing quite quick.
So my question, Micky, is, so you were in remission from 2022. When did you get the all clear from that?
It was probably as I found out it's in November out there, so I had it operated on the January. I had 12 months treatment after that and got the all clear till 12 months later. Yeah. So that'd have been...
Yeah,
so then from that point to when do you think this first... You don't know?
I really don't know.
No.
But what I did find out is that sometimes with the melanoma, it can lie dormant. It almost lie undetected, because sometimes when it does travel from, say I did have a mole and it travelled through to my limbs, fragments can go off and then attach somewhere else. Fragments can like fly off and attach somewhere else. But I was having regular CT scans for this, so it didn't pick anything up because I got the all clear.
Right.
So after getting the bad news about this, I don't know, I just started feeling other areas that weren't right.
What, just instantly after you found out?
I feel like within days, weeks. And
was that a sign of it moving so quickly, or was that more your awareness, Micky?
I'm not sure whether sometimes, your mind can play tricksy as well. I'm like, is that sore, or is it just sore?
Yeah.
Is it this now? I was a little bit like, I'm not a worrier. I'm not worried at all. I'm like, I've got, it is what it is. I'll crack on with it. But finally, I managed to get the call it a PET scan.
What's that?
A PET scan, basically, I had a PET scan at Wigan Hospital, and basically you're in it's almost like a chamber. It's like outside where it's got to be like totally like sealed, closed, and basically I think they put it's some kind of a radioactive, almost like lead in your body, and I think that shows up like that nothing else. I think they're really expensive. I believe so.
You say you finally got this scan. Was that because of you being reluctant to have it, or was it that they didn't refer you to have it?
Originally, no, they didn't refer it because I think
so expensive.
Possibly, yeah. I'm assuming is it last resort that's what that's what it might have been. And anyway, but the PET scan can show up the minute detail. Anyway, when I had that done, it's shown that it spread to quite a lot of areas. So I was like a little bit taken back, really gobsmacked that it spread. But what Chris is the hospital. Chris is a Macmillan. This is another reason why I'd like to have a chat. They are real life superheroes. Yeah. They were so good. Well, they just said, sorry, going back to about it spread. It just said, what's really positive that it's not gone to any organs. he seems to be all muscular, so that's a real big positive you got in your favour. So yeah, it was. I think when somebody says the word like it's spread stage 4, you spread your light.
That's
a few of the nurses were like, we're not just saying this, but people can get a bit overwhelmed with the stage 4, and all that stuff. It has spread, but we're positive that we're, really. Right.
I just think you touched on something there, Mickey, and it's the health professionals who look after you, and Christy in particular. I think the NHS and I think medical services get such a raw deal and such a kick in, and I think some things in this country that we've done incredibly well. I think that the NHS, for all its flaws, is great in the main, and then our cancer treatment hospitals, Christie in particular, Mickey, are special organisations, aren't they?
They're so good. You can say what you want about, and then they must be struggling. It's that overrun, or what it is, overwhelmed. But the Christie, I know all the places as well that I just can probably never thank them,
Yeah, no, it's tricky. And what was it about their help, Mickey, that is getting you emotional? What was it?
I don't know, it's just like, I don't know. It's like you do everything right, don't you? You look after yourself. You're fit, healthy, and I don't know. Especially with your family as well. It's at home, doesn't it?
How are your family?
Sorry.
How's Kate? How are the boys?
The boys are really good, actually. Yeah. They still want to whack me on the couch and rugby tap me like, boys, I'm nagging here, boys. But I'm missing that. I'm missing just that interaction with the boys, Youngest wants to golf, and I'm like, I can't just go in the club here, man. I can't walk to the garden a moment. And I think Harry's found it a little bit tougher. The elder one is, because people talk now, he's 20-year-old, and Kate's struggling. But I've just told Kate, don't wear yourself out, and try not to burn yourself out to do too much. She's a rock. She really is.
Default is intense, stable, solid, strong. She's such a strong woman, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she'd be, in some ways, weirdly, if I could think of anybody who'd be amazing in this situation, it's her, isn't it?
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Because she has been
so practical.
Yeah, and demanding. But I said to her, you're allowed to have a wobble.
Yeah.
You're allowed to, have a scream and a yell, and probably I take a little bit of my frustration out on her. She'll take it out on me. And I said, listen, don't she's like, I'm sorry. Don't apologise for what you've done. Yeah. She's been a rock by my side. So yeah, it's just itchy sometimes, doesn't it? But
so Mickey, you talk about being positive. So what are the steps? Where are you at now?
Yeah, well, I've just started. Basically I've got 2. Every 3 weeks I've got treatment for 4 blocks, so that's 12 a week. So I've got 2 lots of immunotherapy.
What's that?
The immuno. So I think you've got your chemotherapy, you have your radio, and you've got your immuno. It's. I think it's supposed to be really, really good. I think it's the newest of the kind of the drugs available. Yeah. But this time they give me 2 lots together, so I've 30-minute drip in, 10-minute flush, and then another 30 minutes. So that's the 2 lots of immuno that go in every 3rd Tuesday. Excuse me, and then hopefully then they'll reassess me in 12 weeks.
Any side effects?
Do you know what? When I'm having it, no. But I'll be honest with you, I had my first one a couple of weeks back, and I was in some pain in the night. I was in a little bit of pain, and I was in a lot of pain. I was in some pain. I was struggling, but then I went seeing the pain management team at Christie, and they said, "Listen, that could be the immuno that's targeting the areas, so it might just be starting to work." You know what I mean? Yeah. So hopefully it was that. So yeah, and also they offered me. They said, would you be interested in going on a trial drug that can run alongside it? You can opt out anytime you want. You can stop it. You don't have to say yes. I said, She went, but I think it'd be good for you because, you're quite young, you're fit, healthy. I said, yeah, no, I'll definitely do it. So anyway, that I've had a bit of a setback with that. I'm not eligible for it, which is a bit of a... Basically, some form of some enzymes in my blood. I'm not 100% sure what it is. They've got to be probably a certain level, so everybody's almost on a... So I don't know, if 50 people are on the trial, they've all got to be quite level.
To standardise the results.
Yeah. And mine was a lot higher, so she said, unfortunately, we can't give you the trial drug, so we've been refused that. She said, hopefully, in 12 weeks, if everything's going to plan, you might not need it anyway.
So if everything's going to plan, what does that look like?
I think the tumours and the lumps are shrinking. Obviously, then he said, obviously, the areas where you're really painful, if they're shrinking, then the pain should come down as well. So, you should start feeling a bit better and stuff. So, so hopefully my pain will be coming down. But because at the moment I'm having some pain, if I'm honest.
What
I'm
out
having some
of
pain.
10?
I'd probably say like a 7.5, 8.
All the time,
but
though.
like feeling constant at times, yeah.
Right, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, dull. The dull aches, like almost like a cider coming down your leg constant. It's like, and it consumes you, doesn't it? It kind of like, it's like pain. It consumes you, like it's on your mind all the time, and you get a bit snappy. A bit aches, especially when you're used to being out and about, and literally, I can stand on my feet for 20, 30 minutes. I'm in agony.
Really?
Yeah, and
that would be awful for you.
I know,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, it gets to you.
I've got it's not a morbid question, but it's a question that I think I'm interested in. Is in the situation, do you come to terms or face up to the dire consequences of this? That have you thought about life, death, and all of that in between, or have you just got? I'm cracking on.
Gonna be okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because it'd be easy, not crossed your mind at all.
Do you know what? I'm not just saying it. The latter you just said, I've just said, you know what? I'm cracking on here. I'm doing it. I seriously have. I'm just like, it's never entered my head that at all.
Perfect.
Never entered my head first time, certainly. And I think it was easier first time because there was no pain with it.
Yeah.
But this time in pain, I'm like, tougher, a lot tougher. But I've never ever entered my head in that respect at all. I'm not just saying that.
Yeah.
I've not. I just thought, you know what? It's a tougher battle, this. But I've had tough battles over the years, you know what I mean? And then
life's been one massive battle.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I've just never had anything easy in life, so it's just like, you might as well just keep the ball, keep it going, yeah.
Just a little scrubber from Leigh who's playing in the middle against loads of big, horrible men.
So it's just
his whole life.
It's just another few pre-seasons.
Mickey, it's so nice to hear you laugh and to smile. Last week, we were here at the Leigh Sports Village, and there was a celebration, if you like, for yourself, and there was an applause, and the camera scanned up to you in the box, and you had the stadium on their feet applauding you. What was that like? Yeah,
it was touching. I kind of didn't realise what was going on, to be honest. I think they kept it a little bit quiet and surprised, and I think I read somewhere about, you get like an email that gets sent to everywhere, and I just read something about like on 9 minutes. So I didn't really read too much into it. Oh yeah, nice touch, whatever. And then obviously when I just kind of I could see it like 8 minutes 50, and people like just near round by like nudging everybody. Ready? I'm like,
here we go.
What's going on here? And then my ugly mush pops up on one of these things here, the one where I'm crying when we get relegated. like £1 million game. Get me a better one, will you? A bit of her on as well. So anyway, and then obviously my eldest Harry puts his arm around me, pats me on the head, and the camera pans on. Then it got emotional. It was it was a really moving. It was a lovely moment, and I was really I'm really thankful and overwhelmed. Yeah,
I think we look at our sport all the time, like with this negative stories in our sport, isn't there?
So many times there's examples of this sport coming together as a family and supporting their own, and we saw that, and we're going to continue to see that.
It's so good. Looks like my mum, Mrs. She probably knows as much as the professor knows about melanoma and everything, because she reads up, and we're just going obviously a friend, herself and a friend and a cousin, and they'd set up the GoFundMe, which I'm absolutely blown away by it, because I'm just one go on, just do what you need to do. I'll crack on, and they've been fantastic, and which we're just reading little things like, I don't know, Bev and Joe from Wakefield sent me a tenner, and we've not got a lot of money, but here's a tenner. It's wow.
It's crazy, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Crazy, and some people have a lot of money who don't want to be known. I'm it's this, I said, in times of need, there's no better sport for me that pull together. So no matter who you support, who you play for, they could have called you every name under the sun when you played against the team. And now they're like, you're a fighter, Mickey, we love you. I'm like, I feel that's why it's the best.
Yeah, and we'll put the GoFundMe link in wherever it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know where it goes in the description. Is that right?
Yeah,
Is that what you say?
How can people find it?
Mickey, don't ask me.
Is it as simple as just searching Micky Higham GoFundMe? Do you know how people can find it?
We'll get the details and we'll put it in the description.
We'll do that. Yeah,
description,
we'll go with that. Yeah, I think it should be. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it should be almost as easy as that. Or
I love that you don't know.
No.
That's so good, Kate. We should have got Kate on, shouldn't we?
really, yeah. Yeah, you've probably not got a lot of what you're looking for today. I mean, can't have had you till about 8 o'clock tonight, and you've been like, wow.
So
What's the target with that, by the way? Sorry, just
Yeah.
before we move on. What?
Do you know what?
You're trying to get access to maybe get on a trial drug in another country, and
Yeah, just.
is this the same trial drug that you were told you weren't eligible for?
I'm going to say yeah, or very along the, like, certainly treating the same kind of.
Yeah.
in the same way.
Yeah, in the same way, the same illness, treating the melanoma, yeah. So, but I know, like I said, like, before, I don't know if Australia have got like a real centre, like the melanoma centre, obviously.
Well,
You probably think they have with the weather
We're
there.
red hot on
skin cancer and
skin awareness.
absolutely, yeah.
It's not something we don't. We're
Well,
stupid, aren't we?
No, it's like, we're over here, we'll just have half an area. We'll have an area on, but
I-
in the garden before you know it, you're like red raw at night.
Yeah, I think it's, I'm so on it with sunscreen, and I've got 2 young boys as well, and I'm constantly lathering them up with sunscreen, even on overcast days. And my son comes home from school and he's like, Mummy, I don't need sunscreen.
Yeah.
No one's wearing sunscreen. I'm like, well, you are, and you're going to continue to wear it.
Do you know what, though? When the sun comes out over here, it is hot here, isn't it?
Blistering.
Like, I'll go in garden and say, hey, it's hot today in garden. It's like,
Blistering hot.
just out of me under.
It's hot.
It's just
Australian shorts. It's got New South Wales.
New South Wales origin classic shorts. You know what I mean? Just burning it back garden. It's like we are a little bit
stupid.
Yeah.
silly like that, aren't we? At times, yeah.
So Micky, just back to the trial drug in Australia. So the money that is trying to be raised is to help perhaps get you on a list. Is it a wait list? Is it get you in? Do we know what that looks like?
I'm just general support. I'd
Yeah,
imagine there's a lot of.
I'm not 100% sure. There might be somewhere nearer. I know Kate and her friends are just having a look into potential, exploring potential options if needed. I say, like we said before, hopefully in 12 weeks, the shrinking, the immuno's doing its job, but just awareness out there, I want to give back to Christy, certainly in Macmillan. I really want to give something back to them as well, because, like I said, from the minute my first time I had it done, how they've just because what they did when I rang the bell for this one, and they took me off the list. Went, hopefully we never ever see you again in the nicest possible way. And within weeks they were like, no, get back on here. We've got your details. You're back in. We'll get you back in and sorted. And they're brilliant. They're brilliant. Any time, any hour, hotline. Just give us a ring. And the ladies that usually have like a bit of a team assigned to you, they're like, is it Jackie? She rings me once a week. Jackie wants to checking in house things, all right, everything, anything, just come in. If you need to change medication, not feeling well, just get in. If there's a bit of a rash that you're not sure about, get in. Don't mess around it. They're so good. They're so good.
So, Micky, in terms of, I suppose, support and that family around you, friends around you, you've got a lot of it, don't you?
Yeah, no, I have, and it's again, it's totally, truly humbling, really. I think a good thing with rugby, certainly with friends you meet in rugby as well, like, might not see John for 6 months on end, but it's like you've never not seen him, you know what I mean? And like, that's what
Would
I do
you
like.
call him a friend of yours? Because didn't he bite you at some point?
Well,
Was
that's
there
why
a-
would you bring that up?
Allegedly, I don't know. Did you?
That's where it might start from all those years ago. It's laid dormant for years.
It's my gammy teeth started it all.
So you did bite him.
I did, but he was fingering my mouth. He was fish
Is that what they
hooking
call
me.
it? Fish hook.
Fish
Oh,
hooked
okay.
me. So I bit him, and then I pretended to have a gum shield in, so I couldn't have been me. Got away with it.
What do you mean you pretended to have a gum shield in?
Well, I just took one of the lads' gum
That
shields
is
and said, I've got a gum shield.
That is so disgusting.
I know.
Oh, God.
Feral, but we're feral lads. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
But,
Tell you what you are, you're tough. You're tough. This
yeah.
sport breeds extremely tough men, and you are a prime example of that, Micky.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you've got
You,
to have
John,
a-
not so much.
No, you've got. Thank you. Yeah, well done. You've got to have a couple of things that rugby league gives you. That's just a gift, Micky. And it's toughness. It's a sense of humour as well, and like a positive sort of can-do mentality.
And I'm not just saying it. Them 3 things you've just mentioned is how I'm attacking this and meeting it head on.
How you gonna beat it?
Really am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough battle. Done it over the years. Have that keep that jovial thing about as well,
Yeah.
laugh and joking with it, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
you know, that's what it's like, rugby, innit?
Yeah.
You're with your 25 of your best mates
Yeah.
who work out together but
it's a
enjoy
joy.
at the same
It's
time.
unreal.
I don't, it's...
You
so-
ride the waves of high and low and do it as a team.
Certainly.
So I suppose in everything there's big lessons. What's your takeaway from this? Do you have a message for people who could be listening to this and you could potentially save someone's life?
Just certainly from the first time it originally first started years ago, just if there's anything you're not sure about, just please go and get it checked out. You might think you're stupid that you've got a little mole on your hand or, you know, or something, just a little scab on your cheek or your arm. Just anything you're unsure about or something that's popping out your thumb like that, you know, just go and get it checked out. Yeah. Get it checked out because you just never know. And I know what men are like, you know, men, I'll be all right. That's the old stigma with men, I'll be all right. And that was me. I'll be all right. It's not so.
Yeah.
Just anything that you're ever unsure about. And it's, you know, it was a harsh lesson for me, really, you know, until, you know, luckily I got it before it was too, you know, it was too late the first time. And obviously, you know, it's unlucky that it's come back. You know, that is what it is. But just that message is just anything you're unsure of that don't feel right, just go to your doctor and get it checked out because that's what they're there for. You know, it's
great advice. It's great
advice.
advice, yeah. And just on you, Micky, like you're one of those guys like that brought such fun to like work every day. Like, you know, you talk about camaraderie and spirit, and Micky for me was one of the guys that made every day fun, you know. And I'm just buzzing that when I get to see you today, that's still there, you know. It's not beating you that down in you at all. Apart from joking about me giving you the disease by the bite.
Listen, it is what it is. It don't matter. If that's the case, then you know what I mean. It was unintentional. It wasn't, though, was it? It wasn't. No.
It wasn't. Yeah, but Micky just brought so much fun to training. That it was just a joy playing with Micky for the.
I know, and it's like it's I don't know. It's your dream job. It's your dream job, innit? Yeah. You're doing something you've loved. You played since you're 7-year-old, and you get the opportunity to do it as a professional. It's like it's not work. Hey, you work hard, don't you? You work hard. You work hard. You work hard. You go through dark places, but you know, the pre-seasons, the injuries you pick up. But to do something you love, and you know, I think that again, it's.
And to see so much love back.
Yeah, I know. And then
pretty cool.
to turn it round and people, so it's nice that you've done some.
You wouldn't expect that, would you?
No,
I wouldn't never.
And I think we're like that as well. We don't expect nothing bad here.
No.
I didn't expect that at all.
No.
I'm not just saying that like for, you know, for give yourself a bit of a ego boost. I just did not expect that at all and didn't expect anything. Really didn't, you know. And I think when Kate and her friends with that page set up and they were like, "Well, just see if we can just raise a little bit."
Yeah.
Raise £1,000. How good that'd be next? It's like it's nearly 60,000. It's like wow.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. I really am blown away, and I genuinely mean that.
Well, Micky Higham.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
It's been a real pleasure having you on, and your honesty is beautiful, and we wish you so much love and support, as everybody does. I said it at the top, you're a fan favourite here at the Leigh Sports Village. You're loved by so many people, and we just, we wish you more love and support, and we just want to keep seeing you smile.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, legend, Mick.
Thank you.
Legend.
Really enjoyed it. Thanks.